your name?
Kevin David Ham.
Where you from? Where you from?
I live in Bowling Green, Ohio, / Toledo, / that whole area.
Give me a little testimony about how you found Christ.
Living on the weapon and the EBT. Still got a gun, got a mask to wear. Stick 'em up, hold 'em up, shoot if you can. Lift the whip, leaving the hearse. For a few bucks and a Gucci purse.
Basically, my whole life I've known that I was created for some greater purpose. I never knew what it was, but I always knew. Something in me always knew that somewhere out there was a greater purpose for me.
Where you gonna hide? When you gonna arm to your sense of defenseless? When you gonna arm to your sense of defenseless? This is the first time in this life we ever felt accepted. The first time in this life we didn't feel rejected. The first time in this life someone gave him hope.
I don't know, kind of believing in God. I went to Catholic church ever since I was, really as long as I can remember. And my grandparents were very, very heavily Catholic, and they really forced it on me quite a bit. And when I was younger, you could say I acted like a good little church kid and whatnot.
Jesus Christ on the took his news. Never looking back, he got his soul on the line.
You know, I thought that the works I did, I thought that's what made me righteous. I thought that was my ticket into heaven. And really, I grew up not knowing anything. To be totally honest, I didn't even know God loved me.
Where you gonna run, where you gonna hide? When you gonna home to your sense of defenseless? Where you gonna run, where you gonna hide? When you gonna home to your sense of defenseless? When you gonna run, where you gonna hide? When you gonna home to your sense of defenseless? Where you gonna run, where you gonna hide?
I didn't know why Jesus came. I didn't know any of that stuff. I pretty much just went to church on Sundays and played the little Catholic game.
When you gonna run to your sense of defenseless?
And eventually, as I got older, went through communion, confirmation, and all that, I began to see it for what it really was, and it really just grew into bitterness and just hate, because I began to see all the legalism in religion for what it really was,
And the bondage.
slavery. That's what it is. And eventually, I was just like, is this all there is to God, if He even exists? And about my freshman year of high school, I decided I had had enough. After years and years of Catholicism being shoved down my throat, pretty much one day told my dad that I was done going to church, and that was that. The bitterness in my heart really caused me to really just hate God. Really just caused me to hate God and to hate His followers. And eventually I just labeled myself atheist, agnostic, really.
You gonna run to the fortress. Run to the record where you find your. You gonna run.
It was more, I did it mainly in spite of God, because I hated Him. I didn't want anything to do with Him.
Ain't no pride perish with every humble man don't humble. I'll curse his neighbor when he trips and stumble. So don't blunder his fumble. God can't bless if you keep your mask. In this world they will hate you. Look down on you 'cause you're not like the rest.
You could say those were the dark years, but I was lost my whole life. I was spiritually dead my whole life. I met a girl who grew up in an amazing Christian family, and her and I started talking more and more, she started talking to me about God, and we started having these deep conversations that would last for hours, and I slowly began to realize that I was wrong about what it meant to be a disciple of as she planted seeds in my heart. And one of the biggest things that really won me over was her family, because I saw the way they acted. I saw the way that Christ shined through them. I just knew that there had to be something more to them. I just decided I couldn't run from it anymore. And I remember texting her one day and just saying, I want to become a Christian. And she responded with just so full of joy and just, she just was the happiest person alive. And then I remember after I sent that text, I just said, okay, well, what do I do? And I just said the prayer. I asked Jesus into my life. I surrendered it all. And that was about 2.5 years ago. And I can truly say that He has transformed me from the inside out. I have totally fallen in love with Him, and He's my everything.
The original poser, you say you're my master, you're just a disaster. Some say you're my conqueror, the original poser. I don't stop, but that don't mean I don't have chops. I don't take your mama jokes, I still get props. You wanna diss on me, then come on diss on me, because a positive message I'm spitting cheap. You looking at me like I'm the one.
Now, if you had a favorite Bible verse, what would be your favorite verse that you've used in your lifetime? That's really not just a verse that you like saying, but that actually got you through, or actually when you put it into work, you've seen the power of God through that word in your life.
I would really have to say, I'm not quite sure where it is, but the verse where Jesus says, "It isn't the healthy who need a doctor. I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners." And really that spoke to me more than I can even say, because back when I was still struggling with sin in my life, I just thought, like, man, God, how can you even put up with me? Why do you want to put up with me when I keep constantly letting you down? I mean, I'm never going to be perfect for you. I don't know why you're bothering with me. And I just remember that verse. And I remember reading that, and then I came to the realization that I'm sick. I need a doctor. And Jesus came for sinners like me.
Well, that is compelling. So, it was great meeting you today,
Great
man.
to meet you.
Fist. Give us a movement this instant. Say you are a monster, you're just a disaster. Some claim you be conqueror, the original poser. Some say you are the master, you're just a disaster. Some claim you be conqueror, the original poser. In my words, you're gonna feel a spiritual slap. Cause I'm a Zion, there's a lion holding
Solomon's well. Man, I'll tell you, I'm not lying. I got my hand on his, so kid, your days are over, just stop trying. Just have faith that my God is at the wheel. You'll lose your time and mind is what the devil is trying to steal. See me, brother, all you have are tricks. Soul is not for sale, move your ass on back to hell. And quit acting like you're not trying. I see you staring and glaring, you coming out, you're getting more daring. When it's over, I'm not sharing. You spin a door in my face when you stop caring. Some say you are the master, you're just a disaster. Some claim you be a conqueror, but you're the religion opposer.
He's my Lord, my Savior. I love him more than words can explain.
Some claim you be a conqueror, poser of a poser.
Sketch all day, every day.
My turn? Okay, I'll do one.
That shit is crazy.
See how it bends off? This Alright.
Are you gonna do that big spin again?
I'm gonna try to do a run actually. Looks like it's skate lights. Yeah. I feel like I'm just so sketchy and retarded. We're the only ones here, so yeah. I was
I didn't bring my
Oh my gosh. This was sketch.
I feel like we're skating down under. Good day, mate. Another shrimp
mate.
on the barbie.
Oh, nice. Nice. No! See? Devil! I'm done with that, dude. That was it, dude. I'm just popping up.
Luke, ollie this channel.
What?
What do you mean, the 180?
That ollie?
I guess so.
Real
I don't know what you mean.
Just like, how high is it?
It's like right there.
Wait, what?
That 1, 2, 4th
Wait,
bolt
what?
down.
Really? That
Yeah.
low?
Kind of.
Lame. Because I'm ollieing early.